Hello people of the YouTube nation, my name is Jillian, words a billion, and today I'm going to be doing the hauling of the books. I will haul the books and show them my beautiful haul of books. Now before I get started, I just want to mention the fact that I will not be doing a lot of book hauls, as I really do not go to the bookstore all that often. I really just never get a chance to. But when I do a book haul, it's usually quite big, and it's usually consists of me going bargain book shopping in certain specific places that tend to treat me well. So without further ado, I will now go into the hauling of the books. The first place I went to was Chapters, and here I got these two beautiful books right here, Scarlett and Cress by Marissa Meyer, which is the second and third book in the Lunar Chronicles series. And oh my god, I love this series so much. I read Scarlett like last year on my e-reader. I do have Cinder, the first one, in a physical copy. And Cress, I also just read like last weekend, and oh my god, I love this series so much. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, you are in like my top favorite of the series. So if you haven't picked up the Lunar Chronicles series, seriously, just go out there and pick it up, because it is so good. It's basically set in a futuristic world in which the Earthians are in a constant struggle with the Lunars, who are the people who live on the moon. The stories that take place are essentially retellings of old fairy tales. The first one, Cinder, is a retelling of Cinderella, and the second one, Scarlet, is a retelling of the Little Red Riding Hood, and the third one, Cress, is a retelling of Rapunzel, and I know the fourth and final one, Winter, is coming out next year. Oh my god, so far away, but it is going to be a retelling of Snow White, and I honestly can't stress much. I can't stress how much I am in love with this series. It is so much fun. I love all the characters, just everything about this series. Just I want it all, and that's why I went out and bought these in physical copy, because I originally only had them on my e-reader, but now I have them and they look so pretty on my shelf. The next book I bought is the third and final book to the Unearthly trilogy by Cynthia Hand, Boundless. And oh my god, I've been meaning to pick up this book for like, it's been over a year now, because I picked up Unearthly when it first came out, read it in one sitting. I loved it. Picked up Hallowed, the second one, also loved it. And then I never picked up this one. I think it was during the time, and I honestly don't even know why I never picked it up. I just never did, and I love this series, so maybe I was just scared to see it end, because I really love these characters a lot. But anyways, I picked it up, and it's so beautiful. It's as beautiful as I expected, and I've been waiting to have it on my shelf for so long, and I'm so happy that I finally have it, and I can't wait to read it. For those of you who haven't heard of the Unearthly trilogy, it's basically about a girl named Claire who finds that she's part angel, and that she has a prophecy that she must fulfill, and that is her reason for being on Earth. So it ends up leading her into, I think it's a place in British Columbia, I can't remember for certain, and a lot of stuff goes down, and she finds out a lot of stuff about not only herself, but the people of this town, and her reason for being on this earth, and why she was essentially created in the first place. So if you haven't picked this up, definitely highly recommend the series. I know I haven't read this one yet, but I'm sure I'm going to be happy with it. I really hope so, because so good. The next book I picked up, because it was like $6 in bargain books, and it has a really pretty cover, so I picked it up, and that is Mystic City by Theo Lawrence. And oh my god, just look at that, it's beautiful. And then this part's really exciting. Like it's like a New York City skyline. So cool. Anyways, I really don't know much about this. Basically, it's a story set in Manhattan, but kind of an alternate world Manhattan called Mystic City, where the people are differentiated by, there's the high class and then there's the lower class, where the mystics, or like magic wielding people, deal with. And this girl wakes up and has been told she's in love with this man named Thomas, and she's like, I don't know who this is, I don't know. She has these gaps in her memory and she doesn't understand. And so finally she seeks answers in a mystic named Hunter, and let's just say I think stuff gets serious. The next book I picked up because it was $6, is Struck by Jennifer Bosworth. And oh my god, I really enjoyed this beautiful cover, and this part's really awesome too. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but look it. It's like engraved with a lightning bolt through it. Oh, so cool. Anyways, this story is about a girl named Maya who is something of a lightning addict and has survived many like lightning encounters. And so she moves to Los Angeles, I think. Let me just check. Is it Los Angeles? It's Los Angeles. So she moves to Los Angeles where she thinks she'll be free from her addict. And then an earthquake occurs and the city is kind of thrown into devastation. And she soon learns that she is something of a doomsday prophecy for these two opposing groups. And they think that she caused this freak electrical storm that caused the earthquake. So, sounds pretty interesting to me. The next book I picked up for like $6 as well, and it also had a really awesome cover, and that is Starters by Lisa Price. And oh my god, I really enjoy this cover, and I enjoy the insideness too. Look at it. So pretty. Like, oh, like computer chippy, like, oh, so cool. This is about a world where the Spore Wars essentially killed everyone between 20 and 60, I believe. And so this girl named Callie is on the run with her brother and her friend, and the only thing she can do to get money is to essentially rent her body out to these people called Enders, who are like seniors who want to feel young again. And so it sounds really interesting. Definitely a different concept. I've never really heard anything like this, so I'm excited to see what exactly it is this is about. So then, as I was just about to leave Chapters, I saw this book there, and it had a really interesting cover, and that is Ruinous by Orson Scott Card. And then I realized it was book 2 in the New York Times best-selling Pathfinder series, and I was like, well damn, I don't want to buy the second one because I've done that too many times and then I can never find the first one. So then I left it at that point, and then we'll come back to it. We'll come back to the reason why I have it in my physical copy right now. So the next books I picked up was the first and second book in the Bewitching series by Marissa Doyle. Yes, Marissa Doyle. So the first one is Bewitching Season, and the second one is Betraying Season. And I picked them up at this used bookstore because they were like $7 each, and they were in really good quality, and I was feeling the historical fiction for some reason. So I picked them up. And basically it's about this girl who is raised essentially to marry a good husband. You know, it's like set in 1837 London, and then she realizes that she much prefers the magical arts, even though a lady should not be dealing in the magical arts. And so it's basically about her struggle to essentially find who she is and repel against the oppressions that they have on women during this time period. At least that's what I'm pretty sure it's about. And then I had a really exciting moment when I was in the chapters, because I found all 3 of the Hunger Games books. The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, which I'm sure we are all very, very familiar with these books. But I had only ever had the Hunger Games in physical copy, and it was paperback, and it kind of made me sad. And the other 2 I had in my e-reader, and I just really wanted them in physical copy. And then I saw them there, and they were $10 each, and I was like, I think I'm gonna have to buy it. So I did, and yeah, now I have them. And if you don't know what the Hunger Games is, I don't even know what to say to you, because that's really sad, because I feel like everyone knows the Hunger Games right now. Everyone. If you're me, you must be living under a rock and you're just coming out to surface now. Yeah. So then, back to the reason as to why I did end up buying this book. I was just about to leave the used bookstore, and it was like my eyes narrowed in on this book on the shelf. And I run over to it, and all I see is this. Pathfinder by Orson Scott Card. I don't know what it is about this cover, but every time I see it, I can't stop looking at it. I'm completely transfixed by the beauty of this cover. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's the color. It's a very simple design. It's just something about it completely catches my eye. And I was like, oh my god! This was the first one to that second book at the chapters. I was like, I need it. It's so beautiful. I need it because it's so beautiful. So then I bought it, and my grandma, who had taken me out shopping, was like, well, let's just go back to the chapters and buy the second one. So then I went back to the chapters and bought the second one. So now I have the first and the second one, and it actually sounds like a really interesting series. basically, it's about this boy who has this secret about how he can see people's past, and it's a secret he has kept forever until his father dies, and he realizes that his father has been keeping secrets about his gift from him. And essentially, not only can he see people's past, he can change it as well, and thus the future becomes very uncertain as to what is going to actually happen. And so it sounds really interesting. I love stories that delve with with like the ideas of the past and the present, and how if you affect something in the past, it's going to affect everything in the future. I really love the idea of the time paradox. I don't know if that's actually going to be in here, but I'm excited to see what exactly happens. Okay, let's attempt to lift these books for you, which is not going to work for me, but this is my beautiful hauling of the book, of all the books. Oh my god, this is so heavy. My god. This is my hauling of all the books that I bought. And, I'm not going to be buying many more books for quite a while, because my mom will probably kill me, because I spent way too much money on all of these. Oopsies. But all in all, I will see you guys later. I don't know which video would be coming next, but I will see you guys all later with another video at some point, so goodbye! No.